Hello again. Welcome back, or welcome for the first time if this is your first time. Today I have another sewing tutorial for you, and today I'll be showing you how I made this little slouchy hobo bag is what they call it, but it's super cute, made out of thrifted materials. You don't have to make it out of thrifted materials, but I chose to because I love this pattern. And if you could consider liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, and all that good stuff that helps me out if you like this video or any of the other tutorials that I make, I would really, really much appreciate it. But if you're ready to see how I made this and you're ready to learn, let's sew! As I mentioned, I am using thrifted material, and this is just a quilt that I found a long time ago. And I'm measuring out, I drew up a template and measured out that I'll need a 20-inch by 24-inch rectangle, and I cut 2 of those out of this blanket quilt. So out of your outside fabric, you'll cut out 2 rectangles that are 24-inch by 20-inch, and then you'll also cut out 2 pieces of liner the same size, 24-inch by 20-inch. Once you have those fabrics cut out, you'll fold them in half like this. And as I mentioned, I made a template of how I want the curve to go in the slouch of the bag. And I just traced that onto the fabric, just making sure that the half where it's shorter, it's going towards the side of the fabric that has the fold, not the end where the cut of the fabric is. So you have a full bag, because the template is just half a bag basically. So you end up with 2 liner pieces that look like this, and then you'll do the same thing to the outside pieces also. Then if you want the little tie strings in the middle, not necessary, but I just cut a 2-inch strip of the same fabric as that liner fabric, and I folded it in half and sewed a line along the edge, and then turned it right side out and cut it in half. So it's about 20 inches long, so 10 inches per little strap on each side. Then you can decide if you want to add a pocket. I did add a pocket, and it was about 7 inches by 9 inches, so 7 inches in height and 9 inches wide. And I cut 2 of the pieces, and then I sewed them together and then turned them right side out. I like this method because there's no edges showing, and it makes the pocket a little more stable, and I just sew it on and sew that gap closed shut. It is takes a little bit longer, but I like the look of it. I just do a top stitch on one of the edges, and then I sew down the 3 other edges, making sure that you place it in the center of the bag or wherever you want the pocket to be, how low, how high. Next, after you've sewn that pocket on, you'll sew together your liner pieces, and you put pretty side to pretty side on top of each other and clip the outside all together, and you'll just stitch all around the outside except leaving a little gap in the middle of the bottom to, in the end, turn the project right side out as you usually do, but I just clipped it all around and then sewed it. And as I mentioned, just make sure to not forget that, to leave that little gap in the middle of the bottom. And you will do the same thing to the outside pieces, pretty side to pretty side, sewing on the inside. And you don't have to leave a gap in the bottom of this one. You just sew the 3 edges all along the edge. After sewing those edges, what you'll do is get a ruler and you'll mark out I did 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch square. You can do a bigger or a smaller square depending if you want a wider or the shorter bag, but I thought the 1.5 inch did great. And you'll cut out squares on both angles on both the liner and the outside piece. And then you'll clip them together and sew them diagonally, just like I'm holding them. So you'll put them corner to corner diagonally and sew a straight stitch across on all the 4 corners. So now it's time that you sew together your liner and your outside piece. So the outside piece of the bag, you will turn it right side out and you will slide it inside of the liner, and the liner is still wrong side. So it's still pretty side to pretty side. So the pretty side of the liner is going to be laying up against the pretty side of the outside piece. But before you do that, you will attach those little tie straps if you chose to do them, and I just measured out to make sure that they're going to be in the middle, and I clipped them and I sewed them on as I was sewing the liner to the outside piece. But like that, I just put it inside each other and I sewed all around except leaving a little gap on the inside of where this top of this sleeve or the top of the strap of the bag is. You leave about 2 to 3 inches on one side and on the other side, but just like on one side of the strap. On one side of the strap on one side of the bag and on one side of the strap on the other side of the bag. But otherwise, you sew all around besides the top of the straps and that one side. So you leave a little corner not sewn together. Now you turn everything right side out through that little gap that you left earlier. And this is the time you put your strap together. And where I mentioned that you leave a corner piece of where the straps are open, this is where it becomes crucial, and you pin that together. So the outside of the bag straps go towards the outside, and then the liner goes towards the liner, and you just match up where your seams are touching, and you sew a straight stitch right across. So it's easier to see what I'm doing than what I'm explaining, probably. After that's sewn together, you'll have this gap that you'll have to close at the top of the strap. And you're gonna do that by sliding both of the fabrics inside, the little edges inside, and ironing it down, and then doing a top stitch. But when you do the top stitch for that, you will do a top stitch all around both of the holes, basically. So wherever there's the edge, you'll do a top stitch. And I ironed all the edges down first, and it makes it a lot easier to do your top stitch so your liner's not peeking out. If you don't iron it down, it makes it quite a bit harder, and your liner tends to peek out a lot more if you don't lay it flat. After you're done with your top stitch, you are done with the bag. And I love that it's so easy with only having 2 pieces of the outside fabric and 2 pieces of the liner fabric. So it makes it a lot easier. And as I said, you can modify by having a bigger curve or a longer bag on how big you want the bag to be. Just modify the pattern to how you want it to be. But this is how it turned out. I hope you love it and you enjoyed watching this, and I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this and learn with me. Hopefully you're able to make your own little slouchy hobo bag. Let me know down below if you did try, and I hope to see you again here for my next tutorial, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, or whenever you're watching. Bye bye.